Hello, and welcome back to another Rise of Empires Ice and Fire video with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous likes, views, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Supremely thank you. Really appreciate it. We're about 8,600 subs at the moment, which is fantastic. Actually, YouTube sent me a mail. We are 33% ahead in November than we were in October, which is brilliant. Guys, today we're going to do a little bit of a ROC rant and a little bit of a ROC strategy talk. ROC obviously being Reign of Chaos. If you're not in Reign of Chaos, don't worry, it will come. If you are in Reign of Chaos, then you probably know some of these things, but also I just want to talk a little bit about them. So today was duel day for us. It's a Thursday, and we had a duel. We lost that duel, and that was annoying, but also very good. And we're going to get back to that a little bit later. Currently, we are ranked 8, as you can see up here. We have 427,000 points. We were ranked 4 before the duel today, so we lost 4 ranks during our duel, and that is no such a bad thing. Now, I want to talk about why that's no such a bad thing, but I also want to explain to people the two differences in Reign of Chaos. There is Reign of Chaos, and this is the event which you can see lasts for 31 days still. I think we've been going 20 days. It's roughly 60 days, I think, each season. That has been changing a little bit, so I'm not going to say, but it's roughly 60 days. We're halfway through. And then you have Reign of Chaos Total War. So these are actually two different kind of events. They are joined, and obviously they are very entwined, but they are still two different, very different events. Reign of Chaos is, the season, and you can see this is where we're winning, but it's also about your territories, your honor structures, and your specializations. Reign of Chaos Total War is about the particular duels that happen on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. A lot of people don't seem to see that these are two different events. And one thing that, I'm trying to teach my alliance and many other alliances is that, it's actually really easy for every member of the team to see where you are, who the potential targets could be for the next duel. So this is kind of what I want to talk about today, is how to target how to target for the next day. So today's Thursday. We need to think about targeting for Sunday. Okay, so Sunday is going to be the next duel. As I said, Reign of Chaos Total War is 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. So we have to think about who we're going to target, because we've lost the thing. Now, Reign of Chaos Total War, this event, you can see it ends in 11 hours and 29 minutes. It doesn't sit here. This cool page, which shows you who you could attack, and obviously we've already attacked, so we can't attack again today. But also, more importantly, this cool page, which is the little information, which gives you all the results of everybody in your group. This is the most important page in the game during Reign of Chaos, because what this tells you is first off, you can see what time they fought. So you can see these guys won their duel at 10:57. That's 10:57 game time. So that must mean they started their duel at 8 game time, or 0800. Okay, because there are 3 times a day you can start the duel. You can start it at reset, 0000, 0000, yeah, 4 zeros. You can start it at 0800, and I'm using a 24-hour clock here, people. If you don't know what that is, use Google to find that out. You can start this at 0800, or you can start this at 1600. Okay, so we can see here, and this is really important, we can see that these guys won the duel at 10:57, and as the duel only lasts for 3 hours, we know they had to have started at 0800, and we can scroll back and see. And this is really key in targeting who you're going to fight, because this way I can find out who is fighting at what time and potentially then target a team. The worst thing to happen is if you come into this screen and you see War Declaration Protection on all the people you wanted to target, and that means they're already fighting or they've already fought. Truce in action means you possibly can fight them. Okay, so I'm trying to explain this. It's kind of difficult, but I'm trying to explain this. Basically, it's really important that every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, screenshot these pages, this page, this one, and then keep on clicking, this one, and keep on clicking, this one. And you can see here now we got up to 2:30 in the morning, or 02:30, which is in the morning for me, might be different for other people. This is 2.5 hours after reset. These people were fighting in Dominic's Dragons versus House of Shadows. You can see these two people fighting. That means they started at reset. Yeah, because the duel only lasts 3 hours, so they have to have started to reset to be able to finish at 2:30. Click for more, we could see, and we can also see the dates. So then we can go back eventually until we get to here. Okay, this is the 1st of the 12th. Yeah, and this is the 3rd of the 12th. So basically that means this is Tuesday for me. So this is Tuesday's duel at the time of this video. And this is Thursday's duel, because obviously there's 2 days apart. And the 1st of December 2020 was a Tuesday, and the 3rd of December 2020 was a Thursday. So we can see here, take the screenshots up until this point, okay, and then look through them, and you can work out, okay, we know Fellowships of Lords 262, shout out to them, we're fighting at reset on Thursday. That pretty much means they're going to be fighting at reset on Sunday. Now obviously you can change the truce timers, and there's different ways you can kind of play it, but most teams will have a truce time that lasts at least 1 week, and it is, there are certain rules about changing the truce timers, but I don't want to go into that. It is very simple that if you can see somebody fought at 2:30 on a Thursday, they're going to be fighting at 2:30 on a Sunday, or at reset, basically, is what I mean. So then this is really important, and every single member of the Alliance, not just R4, can see this, and it's really important that everybody looks at it. Because the biggest problem I have is that we start to think about who we're going to fight, and people go like, oh yeah, let's fight these guys. And I'm like, yeah, but guys, they're not in the same timers as us. They fight at reset, and we fight at 800. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like, well, come on, look, it's very easy. But you can only see this screen on the actual duel days. So, massive tip for every single member of an alliance. You should be screenshotting the results screen, or war info screen, which you can find in the Reign of Chaos Total War event. You click on this little one here. You should be screenshotting this every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, because it gives you a very good idea about who's playing and how well they're playing. You can also see who is possibly doing deals. So you can see here, One Piece Alliance versus Rum and Whiskey, 2 points. That basically means these guys did a deal. Really? That's sad. I don't think they did a deal the other day, and I'm pretty sure they didn't do a deal on Tuesday, and Rum and Whiskey is obviously from my state. So that actually means that they will probably have to do a deal, because Rum and Whiskey won it on today. That the deal is always that you then have to give back the points. So they won by 2 points today. They're going to have to give those 2 points to One Piece Alliance on Sunday. So that means I know now that One Piece Alliance in 264 has a deal with Rum and Whiskey, and they're going to be available for me to fight, but there's no point in me choosing them, because I would just screw up somebody else's deal. And this is how you whittle down the options you have for who the hell you're going to fight with. So basically, I'm looking at what time is everybody playing. Then I'm checking the scores, and I'm going, okay, if you've got a 0 versus 2, or a 0 versus anything under 10, it usually means that there's a deal going on. Then you can check back, and remember, you can only check back during Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Then you check back and you go, oh, okay, yeah, well, actually they did a deal Tuesday and Thursday. Maybe their deal is finished. Maybe there's somebody we could target. And I'm not saying, please, any alliance watching this, like One Piece, I'm not saying we're going to target you. That's not my thing here. I'm just trying to explain the process, how I think about it. Now, the problem is it gets in, is that I don't do deals, or XZX doesn't do deals. Or we try very hard not to. I think out of 5-6 seasons we've played together, we've done 2 deals. So that's 2 out of probably 80 duels or something like that. So we're not big dealing people. but it is an option. Right now I can see, because of our rank 8, and this is a dynamic screen here, so this ranking here, even though obviously we've done our duel today, we can't attack anybody else, this ranking here is dynamic. So this is actually giving me a good idea about, because I'm rank 8 now, who I will be able to attack on Sunday. So what I'm going to do obviously is screenshot all of this, and I could see, who we can take. As a side note, we declared against Korea come here, Core in state 264, and they did a fantastic job of kicking our butts. We beat them once before, actually by a very small margin, and they came back and beat us, and we were cocky, but they deserve all the kudos for their good win. It was a great win, and it was a really enjoyable battle. I loved it. But yeah, you can see here that this is now giving me an option, an idea of who I'm going to be able to fight. Because I could see that these guys are Truce in Action, RYK and Tillis Horde. That actually means at this time of the day that they probably fought at 0-100. No, yeah, they fought at 0-100. Then they were in War Deflection Protection. And so they're not able to fight. So that, I think, means that I can't fight them. But then again, I can go back into this screen and find out that stuff. So this is the planning that needs to happen on Tuesday afternoons, or after you've dueled on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. You need to start this planning, and all your members, all your R4s, all, every single member can see all of this stuff, can screenshot all this stuff, and can work out. And it doesn't take long. I usually use a scrap of paper while I'm having a beer at the pub. I'm like, okay, these guys, I'll just go through and I go, okay, so Fight for Honor 260 is a 0800 time. Gideon, whatever that word is. Guard is a 0800. Garuda is 0800. And I just go through everybody. It takes about 10 minutes. And I go, right, okay, and then I have a piece of paper which gives me a list of everybody's duel times, and then I can go, right, then let's look at the rankings, and I can see them either through here, or I can go back into the Reign of Chaos screen, and I can go to Season tab, and I can see the rankings here, and as you can see, we're ranked 8, and now obviously I know, because it gives you, basically gives you 10 options. No, it gives you 9 options to fight. I know that it's either going to be these guys, the 4 above me, or 5 above me, or the 5 below me. And then I can start to go, oh, okay, so these guys will actually be in my ranking. And it might change. Obviously, points can change by taking tiles in between the times, but I can get a rough idea and go, these guys might be somebody we could attack. And then I can go, all right, let's then find their alliance centers in 257, and let's see if it's something we could defeat or not. And we will do that. And this is basically what we're going to spend the next 2 days doing in XZX Alliance. Is we will look at every single alliance that we could possibly attack, and we won't attack people in our state, obviously, because they're our friends. But we will look at every single alliance. We will try and find every single alliance center. We will see whether or not, no, these people have good defense. Oh, they've got a C25 with T9s. Let's stay the hell away from them, etc., etc. So, that's my rant and talking about planning. I know I've done this before almost a year ago as a video, and I think I did it a very similar way. But basically, guys, I'm trying to get you to understand that it's not about the R5 or the R4 telling you what to do. Every single member of the alliance can see all of this information. None of this is hidden. It is simply there in the event screens. So on Tuesdays, if you want to be a very important part of your alliance, on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, look at this stuff. Yeah, go into the Reign of Chaos Total War, go into the battle info or war info reports, screenshot them, spend 10 minutes writing some stuff down on a piece of paper and going, oh, so these guys fight at this time, these guys fight at this time, and they won by this much. That's interesting. And it gives you an idea about then how to focus and how to use your strategy going forward. And then obviously, then you can start to go, okay, we need the long road, we're going to use the switcheroo, we're going to try the old bake-off, and maybe, for this last duel, we'll do the rusty trombone. But, then you can start to work out your specific strategies for when the duels start. But having a good idea about who you can fight, when you can fight them, that's what you should be doing immediately after every duel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed another rant from Mr. Gill. I'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye. Oh, I rant too much sometimes, I don't know. So it's just people, it just seems sometimes, I've been doing this for so long, but it seems sometimes that people don't click the buttons. It's like all here. You click events, and I don't think people ever click on it. It's right there. It says Reign of Chaos, and you're like, oh wow, what does this one do? Oh, this gives me all the information I ever needed to do and decide anything and be a useful member of the Alliance. And I'm not giving shit to any Alliance, or even my own Alliance. I'm just saying, I get so many questions about how do I find out who to fight? And I'm like, well, just click the buttons, see what happens. Anyway, I kept on talking after sorry, I should press the, what?